I'll be honest, I am a terrible day trader. In my first few months of trading, I tried to scalp the markets on my mobile phone. And the result? I lost 92% of my money. So how have I survived without blowing a single account since 2013? I did not get smarter. I just built a filter. I went from gambling on 1-minute charts to turning this into a trading career by doing less, not more. In this video, I'm giving you that exact filter. I call it the binary audit, and it is a mechanical engine that forces your trading skills to grow every single week. I'm going to show you how to use the one-in, one-out mandate to remove your inefficient trading habits. Then you will learn the delete to defend system to kill your trading anxiety. And then I will give you the 7-day handcuff system to lock in your discipline. This works even if you only have 30 minutes a day for trading. And it starts by addressing the single biggest lie that you've been told about learning to trade. Now, most traders believe the solution to a stagnating trading account is more. More indicators, a new course, a better entry signal. But here's the thing. If you have studied for 6 months and your profit and loss has not moved, I promise you, more is the poison. Okay, the strategy is not working, but maybe if I just add the MACD to confirm the RSI divergence, then I'll finally stop losing. You don't need new information. You need a trading dustbin. Picture your trading mind like a garage. When you started, it was empty. You packed a basic trading strategy there. It didn't work perfectly, so you didn't repair it. You simply bought a new one. Then you added 3 indicators, a YouTube Guru's price action course, and a newsfeed subscription. Now that garage is floor to ceiling junk. You can't park the Ferrari, the profit, because there is simply no room. This is what I call knowledge constipation. You are clinically obese with information. And this is not just a feeling. University of California researchers actually proved this in a massive study of 66,000 accounts. They found the high turnover group, traders who did the most work, underperformed the low turnover group by 6.5% annually. The lazy traders made more money. Complexity in trading is not an asset. It is a tax. And I fell into this exact trap in 2022. I built a Python script to backtest my trading strategies, and I got addicted to firing the inputs. I thought I could get a higher backtest score by adding complicated filters, but my performance results tanked. The more complex the trading strategy, the less profitable it was. And we will solve this today with the one-in, one-out mandate. This is the iron law for your trading. You are forbidden from adding a new habit, tool, or rule unless you explicitly delete an old one first. Here's the 3-step audit you run today. The goal here is scarcity. Number 1, define the constraint. You have 30 minutes a day. That is a hard cap. Treat it like a strict financial budget. Number 2, audit the cost. If you want to add a 5-minute pre-market scan, you must find a 5-minute activity to kill. 1 enters and 1 leaves. Number 3, judge the yield. Ask yourself, is checking Twitter actually yielding me more money? No? Then it must die so that the new habit can live. This forces you to become ruthless with your time. And the first thing on the chopping block is usually the same for everyone. It's the habit that feels like work, but it's actually anxiety in disguise. I call it the silent killer, and we need to cut it out right now. If I audited your 30 minutes of trading today, we would likely find you are suffering from the dopamine chart. This feels like monitoring the market, but it is a negative yielding activity. It costs mental energy and returns $0. I'm just going to pick at the 1-minute chart in the lift, just to feel the market flow. You don't need new information. You need a trading dustbin. Back in 2013, when I worked at a bank, I had a mobile trading app on my phone. It was my personal slot machine. I would check it while working, at lunch, or under my desk. In month 1, I lost 55%. By month 3, I I had lost 92% of my trading account. At the end, I was left with about $20. I wasn't analyzing, I was using. My hands would shake. I'd see a green number and feel like a genius, or a red number and feel sick. The tension was not in the market, it was in my pocket. That constant checking created a feedback loop of anxiety. I wasn't being a dedicated trader, I was being a nervous gambler in my trading. Here's the mindset that you need to have. My phone is for my personal life. My laptop is for trading. The two never meet. We need to kill this access to save your trading account. And this is not about willpower, it's about physics. I call this the delete defense system. It is a physical removal of temptation. And here are the 3 steps to take right now. Number 1, the uninstall. Delete the trading app from your phone. Today, right now, do not keep it just in case. Number 2, the desktop fortress. Make a rule that you only trade from a laptop or a desktop. If you are not sitting in a chair, you are not a trader. Number 3, the time block. You only open that laptop during your designated 30-minute window. But why does this work? Because if the casino is in your pocket, you will gamble in your trading. By removing the dopamine chart, you create a massive vacuum of time. But nature hates a vacuum. If you leave that 15 minutes empty, you will just fill it with YouTube. We need to swap the parasite for a producer. Now, we generally fill that vacuum with the autopsy method that I'm about to show you. But a trading post-mortem is impossible if you don't know what you're looking for. After 12 plus years of trading, I realized most of us are held back by specific trading blind spots that we can't see ourselves. So I built the free Why Am I Still Losing Money quiz to help you find yours. In just 3 minutes, it identifies the primary execution flaw draining your trading account. Click the link in the description to get your personalized diagnosis and find out if the real reason you are stuck is the one that you never expected. So you stop the bleeding by removing the anxiety loop. Now we are constantly forcing growth. We replace the hopeful gaze, staring at a running trade, praying for profit, with the single highest return on investment activity that a trader can do. Come on, go up, just 5 more pips. Please don't reverse. That is low value passive work. Growth only happens in the past tense. You see, I used to hate losing. I'd take a loss, get angry, and try to forget it immediately so that I could find the next winner. I was literally throwing away data that I had just paid for. But every loss is a tuition fee. If you don't read the receipt, you just paid for a lesson that you didn't learn. We must shift identities. We move from the trading gambler watching the wheel spin to the forensic investigator examining the crime scene. Here is how we fill the void. I call this the mistake autopsy. You will spend that freed up time running this simple 3-step checklist on yesterday's trades. Number 1, the classification. Look at the loss and ask, was this a statistical loss where I followed my plan, or a stupidity tax where I broke a rule? Number 2, the bill. If it was a stupidity tax, calculate the cost. Let's do the calculation. If you have a $10,000 account and risk 1%, that is $100. If you take just one impulsive boredom trade a week, that's $5,200 a year. You are donating 52% of your account to stupidity. Number 3, the prevention. Write down one physical barrier that will stop this specific error tomorrow. We rely on friction, not willpower. So you swap 15 minutes of anxiety for 15 minutes of answers. This turns every loss into a permanent upgrade. So now you have the vehicle. But most people drive into a ditch after 3 days because they get bored. The problem with every diet, budget, and trading rule is concept drift. On Monday, you are disciplined. By Wednesday, you see a video about a new crypto strategy and you think, maybe I should just add this one little thing. I know I said one strategy, but this breakout looks so easy. I'll just try it once. This is the New Year's resolution effect. You try to change everything forever, fail, and enter the same shame spiral. We need to lower the bar to be able to clear the hurdle. We need a constraint that protects you from your own creativity. As a trader, your creativity is often your worst enemy. You don't have the right to innovate right now. You are on probation. We need to seal the exits by signing a contract. Here is the right mindset. That strategy looks cool. Too bad I am handcuffed to my trading plan until next Sunday. I can look at it then. We do this with a 7-day handcuffs. You are restricted to this specific one-in, one-out market or strategy for exactly 1 week. Here's the contract. Number 1, the contract. For the next 7 days, you are allowed to change nothing else about your trading. Number 2, the constraint. You cannot learn a new strategy. You cannot add an indicator. You cannot change your risk per trade. If you want to add something new, you must wait until Sunday. Number 3, the focus. Your entire job is simply to execute the removal of the app and the completion of the autopsy. If you stick to the plan for the week, you earn the right to audit the next habit. If you break the handcuffs, you restart the clock. This stops you from overwhelming yourself and forces you to respect the process. This is your growth engine. Stop adding noise, delete distractions, study your failures, and lock it in for 7 days at a time. So you've cleaned up your trading habits. But that's useless if you spend your 30 minutes staring at market noise. You need a mechanism that tells you no very fast so that you don't force bad trades. I use a specific 3-step checklist that instantly rejects 90% of the price action on my screens. Click here to watch this next video that turns your trading decisions into a simple binary yes or no. See you in that video.